Hey folks, it's week 2. Jack's here. Play some Buzzword for everybody. As a reminder, Buzzword, simulation of the toss-ups you'd experience playing Quiz Bowl. Means the questions are going to be a series of clues that go from more obscure to more well-known, and the sooner you buzz in and get them right, more points you get. Gonna hit the pop culture and sports that they have available for this entire year of 2023. Here we go with question 1.
A song by this band that opens with a sample of the film THX 1138 ends with a guitar loop played by Adrian Belew. Mr. Self-Destruct opens this band's album The Downward Spiral, which closes with the song
9 Inch Nails. All right, I'll take that. I got off of an album. I was able to get a pop music question off of an album title. Given that was, an album from when I listened to music, but I'll take it. All right.
This actor played Malcolm, a government agent who romances Karen Walker on Will and Grace. He also portrayed a man who seeks out past girlfriends Elisa Pedrera and Nancy Donovan after divorcing the right-wing TV host Avery Jessup. For 10 points, who played the end?
Baldwin. With the Will and Grace clue, I was thinking it may be Nick Offerman. But there's not really a point where Ron goes back and tries to find his old girlfriends because they're all named Tammy. Hates them all. But then they got into the 30 Rock clue. Avery Jessup, who was I believe that was Elizabeth Banks's character. Yeah. Kind of stopped watching 30 Rock, so I don't really remember what happened in the last. May not have even watched the last season.
In this character's debut, he is the boss of the level Orange Ocean. In a later appearance, he uses specials such as Mock Tornado and Dimensional Cape, and the Galaxia Darkness Final Smash. Many Super Smash Bros. Brawl events banned for 10 points.
It's gotta be Meta Knight then. Okay, that's a deep video game question. 2 for 2 so far this entire year on Nintendo characters they're asking about. Let's start with META. Last week it was Metal Mario. Now it's Metal Knight. Or Meta Knight. Meta Knight, not Metal Knight. Going through my head about which characters wear capes and are in Smash Brothers. And really just Meta Knight. Actually, the Marth wears a cape. Meta Knight wears a cape. Ganondorf wears a cape. I think that's it. And it wasn't going to be Marth or Ganondorf. That first. All right, enough listing Smash Brothers characters. Let's see what they got for us.
In this film, John C. Reilly has a cameo playing Herman Munster at a swap meet. Its protagonist gets revenge on John Peters, the boyfriend of Barbra Streisand, by intentionally ruining a waterbed. Alana Kane is played by musician Alana Haim in for 10 points.
I think this has got to be... I can't think of any other movie that Alana Haim was in. So we'll just go with Licorice Pizza there. I have not seen it. Barbra Streisand's boyfriend? What goes on in that movie? Herman? Like actual Herman Munster? This kind of sounds like a wild movie.
This man voiced Dusty Crophopper, the protagonist of Disney's Planes franchise.
Dane Cook. All right. I took my shot. I thought John Cryer was the plane in Planes. I must have remembered that wrong. Oh well, no perfect again this week. That was really thought it was John Cryer was the plane in Planes. Huh, I don't know why I thought that.
This character bequeaths $1 million to his ex-wife Natasha, who once broke a tooth while chasing this man's lover. He tries to fight the Russian artist Alexander Petrovsky. In a 2022 revival, he dies after riding a Peloton. For 10 points.
Oh. All right. Hey, now I got a Sex in the City question with Mr. Big there. I don't know anything about Sex in the City except he died riding a Peloton, and Peloton had to do some damage control. Who was it? Who was the instructor? Jamie Cook, I think was the name of the instructor he was taking the class from. And Peloton put out a commercial with his actor and her trying to say like, "Hey, it's all okay. Mr. Big's fine." But he died. Oh man, Peloton has had to do some weird commercials between the Christmas commercial from like 4 years ago where the lady was super into getting a Peloton, and the commercial where they had to basically apologize for killing Mr. Big. They had to do some stuff. All right, on to question 7.
A 2021 song by this band opens, "A while ago, I heard the sound of children's laughter." A series of London concerts by virtual avatars of this band followed the release of their song, "Don't Shut Me Down." Voyage is a 2021 comeback album by, for 10 points, what band whose songs appear in Mamma Mia?
Recent things that ABBA has done. Could not tell you, but I can hang around until the end, and then I've gotten all the pop music questions so far this year. We'll see if we can keep that going whole year. I doubt I can.
This man said his personal talisman was the Kazakh model Alla Ilchin. He was the target of a quip that he doesn't know women, never had one, and dreams of being one by rival Coco Chanel. The bar suit was part of the new look designed by, for 10 points, what French founder of a top fashion house?
Christian Dior. All right. I have no hope when it comes to fashion stuff. So I just throw a name out there. Louis Vuitton may make sense, but you know what made more sense? Christian.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck appear as uncredited extras in this 1980s film. In this film, Burt Lancaster plays a doctor who appears to Ray Kinsella, played by Kevin.
No. They said Ray Kinsella. Field of Dreams. When I was a kid, I had a baseball from Field question of, and never played baseball with it. Just had it as tempted sometimes though. All right, final question for Buckley.
This character sings that he will send a fully armed battalion.
All right. I mean, this character sings that he will send a fully armed 10 words in. But there's a lot of people that know. There's a lot of people that know Hamilton, so probably some other people that will get King George III there. All right, 108. Not great, but I took my shot on the planes question and couldn't even get the fashion one on the giveaway, so that's what happens. Good round of questions this week. All right, on to sports. All right, as I was switching over to sports, I did a little bit of research. John Cryer was originally cast to be the voice of the plane, but dropped out. So, uh, so the only I just heard at some point that John Cryer was going to be in the plane movie. Then stopped caring about planes. I lost points on that question. That's how it goes sometimes. All right, on to sports now. Starting out with a school.
This school was led by running back Darnell Autry to the 1996 Rose Bowl, its first Rose Bowl appearance since 1949. Gary Barnett coached in the 1990s for this alma mater of current Giants offensive coordinator Mike Kafka. Pat Fitzgerald coaches, for 10 points, what Big Ten school in Evanston?
Northwestern's in Evanston, I believe. All right, cool. Illinois schools. All right, so they had this last week, and I told them I specifically sent in request saying, "Hey, it'd be cool if I could just hit spacebar to make this pop up go." I'm fine with the pop ups, fine, because they're important in Buzzword. It works there, and it's great, perfect. All right, name of the franchise, not a geographic location identifier. So it's probably a team that moved around a lot. Say the Rams?
The Celtics beat this franchise in the only double overtime NBA Finals Game 7. This franchise, which drafted but traded away Bill Russell, employed the first NBA MVP, a big man out of LSU.
It's Lakers. Oh, the Hawks. I thought they were talking about George Mikan. All right. I took my shot. The Hawks are one of those teams that I just always forget exist in the NBA. If you made me list all of the NBA teams, I would always.
In this city, Milorad Čavić won Olympic silver on a 0.01 second margin when he finished first but triggered the censor second. In this city, Michael Phelps won a record 8 gold medals.
It was Beijing, I think. I don't remember that specific race where person hit first, but it didn't register in swimming. But yeah, I was pretty sure that Beijing was where Michael fell. All right, back to teams. Maybe baseball now.
In 1945, this NL team got 22 and 2/3 innings of pitching from soon-to-retire slugger Jimmy Fox. Dick Sisler's 3-run homer won the 1950 pennant for this team, stocked with bonus babies by owner R.R.M. Carpenter. The Whiz Kids played on, for 10 points, what NL team in the city of brotherly love?
Yeah, I was going. Sisler was. What do I know Sisler from? Oh, was Sisler the guy who had the hits record before Ichiro broke it? I think it was. I think he was. But I did not know what team.
This country's national team lost the 1995 World Cup championship game dramatized in the film Invictus. This country won the World Cup in 2011 and 2015 with a roster including legendary fly half Dan Carter. For 10 points, what country's rugby team, the All Black?
New Zealand is the All. All right, I was going back to watching Invictus and trying to remember if they actually did. South Africa didn't actually win World Cup in that year. I'm pretty sure they did. So I was trying to remember which one. I was really tempted to buzz in and say South Africa. Thought maybe it was a thing like, oh, they gave their best and couldn't get there, like a Moneyball. But nah, they won because at the end, the poster that is them holding spoilers. And I said all blacks, and all blacks is
An NFL rule for how signing bonuses count against the cap is named for this man. In 1994, his only season with the 49ers, he won Defensive Player of the Year and had a pick 6 in his return to Atlanta. For 10 points.
Sanders, and I forgot he played for the 49ers, but it makes sense that on a return to Atlanta, they would be talking about Neon Dion Sanders.
Gordon Banks stopped this man's header in the save of the century. An iconic photo taken in Mexico City in 1970 shows this man in the arms of teammate Jairzinho. O Rei was the nickname of, for 10 points, what Brazilian forward who died in 2022.
Yeah, it was Pele. Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be Pele. Yeah, he died right at the end of 2022. A sad note at the end of the year. But he got to see all the last World Cup.
In 2016, this man was beaned by Matt Bush in likely retaliation for a hit off of Sam Dyson. A half inning after a strange play involving Shin Soo Choo's bat, this man hit a 3-run homer in an ALDS against Texas.
And they talk about the infamous bat throw that Jose Bautista had against the Rangers as a Blue Jay. I don't know if Jose Bautista's in the game anymore. Man, kind of disappeared quick after that.
Since 2017, this athlete has been married to screenwriter Dustin Lance Black. Coverage at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics often showed this athlete knitting in the bleachers. At those Olympics, this man won gold with Maddie Lee in the synchronized platform event. For 10 points, name this gay British diver.
Yeah, who's the British diver? Davies, I think it. Hey, Lee. All right. That was a half remembered name. Was actually pretty close. Not correct in any sense of the word, but was surprisingly close.
In a finals game 2, this man hounded Steph Curry as the one in his team's box and one defense. His single game high 54 points is a record for an undrafted player. He became a lead guard after Miami acquired Kyle Lowry. For 10 points, what Wichita State alum is a Raptors point guard dubbed FVV?
FV, I don't. I have no idea. All right, I have heard of Fred VanVleet. I was never going to be able to pull that. All right, real weak on sports this week. But divers in a non-Olympic year, I'm going to have a hard time remembering, and I'm just bad at basketball. Have I gotten a basketball question this year? I think I have. If you want to play Buzzword yourself, you can head over to naqt.com/buzzword. They got a whole year of this. There's 46 more weeks that you can play if you want. Both pop culture and sports. And they're going to have stuff in between. Academic stuff. Sounded like they were going to try to do more events. I don't think there's any on the schedule yet. But you can see for yourself at naqt.com/buzzword. Now, I'm going to throw it over to future me, who's going to let you know how I did this week.
Thanks, Past Me. If it was John Cryer instead of Dane Cook on that one question, you would have gotten about the top dozen or so. But instead, I ended up at 67th and was probably about a millisecond behind on getting the best buzz on King George. If you want to see how I do next week, you can subscribe here. There's another video for you to watch right there. Check them out. We'll see you later.